Welcome to this web presentation today. My name is Petri Salonen. I'm the General Manager for BPA Americas region. Just a few practical things before we start the presentation itself. Each one of you have the ability to chat and ask any questions throughout the session itself. This session will be recorded. And I have my colleague, Stefan Lutz, managing partner from Switzerland, participating as part of this presentation today. And both he and I will be answering questions throughout the session. And the ones that we can't respond immediately, we will then get back to you later on. So let's get started. Let me first talk a little bit about the company itself. BPA itself has been around since 2001, and we have been really focusing on SharePoint since our foundation, which really means that we have been working from release to release, accumulating our intelligence of the SharePoint platform, and recently also in Office 365. We are headquartered in Switzerland. I'm based in Dallas, Texas. And we also have a sales office in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, let me talk a little bit about the platform itself and why I'm very, very excited about this offering that we have now brought into the marketplace. We started building solutions on top of SharePoint from 2001, and our first release was based on CRM and project management, which is really a prepackaged solution that any organization using SharePoint can utilize and build additional solutions on top of the platform itself. We also have a prepackaged solution quality and risk management, which is, we believe, the only one in the SharePoint space and has been very, very successful. Now, earlier this year, we decided that all that skill set that we have been building since very early, we wanted to put that into what we call WebWire bundles. All that intelligence, all those experiences from 800 plus customers and more than 50 partners to enable you as a developer or as an end user organization to build things on top of SharePoint. I tend to say that it's almost like an abstraction layer on top of SharePoint, and I will give a little bit more examples along the way today. Now, it's also interesting to see, if you look at the list of customers that we have today, you can see that, first of all, they are all from all over the world and also in different verticals, which really means that our solution, our technology can be applied to build any type of vertical solution to any type of an organization. So from private organizations, small companies, to large public traded companies, and also governmental agencies, as you can see from the list itself. Now, what is interesting here as well is that I joined BPA earlier this year. I have a very, very long background in software development, and also being chairman of the board for two very large SharePoint SIs. And it's easy for me to say that developing for SharePoint is not only complex, but it's time consuming and it's costly. And I'm sure that the ones that are in this call today would agree on that. So what have we done to help organizations to do? What we have done is to really take all that intelligence throughout the years and packaged that intelligence into 30 plus enterprise-ready web parts by addressing the common problems that you are facing when developing solutions on top of SharePoint. Just to give you an example of some of them. So we have components to improve your UI with tabs and navigation. We have web components for searching large amount of data from lists. We have web parts to display related data in a single page view. We have web parts for connect your solution to external databases, websites, or any type of a system. We have solutions, web parts where you can create many-to-many relationships between list items, which is something that is very hard in SharePoint out of the box. And we have web parts for you to be able to build customized reports, including related data across SharePoint lists. So really providing you with the tools to build any type of business solution on top of SharePoint. So we really help you to, first of all, improve the SharePoint UI. SharePoint as such, out of the box, isn't very pretty. We can probably all agree on that. So we have very nice looking UI elements that you can apply in your solutions, which means that we are simplifying the overall user experience and also maximizing the user productivity. With further ado, I'm going to pass this over to Stefan, the managing partner from Switzerland, who is going to show you and demo the solution for you. And once he has done his demo, I'm going to summarize what we have learned today and also provide you with some links and details for you to take action. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Petri. I hope you can hear me well. So my name is Stefan Lutz, working for BPA. I'm a managing partner and responsible for business development over here at BPA. So what I'm going to present you today is I will shortly demo you the BPA web parts that are improving the SharePoint UI, and also present some tools that maximize the user experience and the user productivity. So first, over here, I'm just on the home page now. So this is a standard SharePoint site where I have enabled the BPA navigation in the master page. And this navigation replaces the standard SharePoint navigation. So what I'm going to do is just go quickly under the settings and the site content over here, just to show you that we're fully using SharePoint standard features and standard technologies. Over here on the site content page, as you can see, for instance, I have the account list over here. This is a standard SharePoint list to track organizations we are dealing with in my scenario, in my example. So now let's say or assume that I would like to add this list in the navigation, because as you can see over here in the navigation bar, I cannot find the accounts list. So what I'm going to do is just go back quickly to the settings, and under the navigations and search, I'm just going to click over here on the quick links over here. And as you can see, this is the navigation settings page. In this page, you can add, you can edit navigations, links, and change their order. And over here, let's say that now I'm going to just add over here the accounts list over here under the navigation. I can, of course, edit over here the orders over here just by dragging and dropping, you know, or some of those stuff over here. So I'm just going to put back the accounts over here, and I can edit the default navigation style. So we have like 3 navigation styles available, as you know. So text, icons, and text over here that could be displayed basically. So now I'm going to go back under the accounts. Obviously, everything could be renamed over here. So I could rename over here the accounts in terms of organizations or whatever you want over here. Obviously, it's 100% configurable in a browser directly and even by functional people. I'm far to be an IT expert over here at BPA. I'm more a functional people, but I can do what we call standard configuration work over here. So let me just click over here under the accounts over here. So now I can finally access the accounts page from the navigation. So this is a standard web part page with our data viewers and tabs. So this is our own BPA data viewers and tabs. we optimally display mixed content like data, reports, or charts over here. So this is the different tabs. So I have my favorite accounts, for instance. You can display dashboards, reports, charts, everything, a lot of different tabs in one single page. So now I'm gonna open over here the edit page mode over here, just to show you a bit what's behind the screen over here. So this is where I have my different web parts over here. So I can edit these BPA tabs over here, which I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to go over here under the edit, and I will choose the all accounts. So I have like different sections and tabs, if you remember, like all accounts, clients, favorite accounts, and dashboards, and many other stuff. So I'm just going to go over here under the all accounts data viewer, and this is a tab to display all accounts. So you can easily define a list, a view to display. In the URL tab, you can define a target page for viewing your item details. In the feature tabs over here, you can, for instance, activate or deactivate. For instance, over here the favorites, or I'd like to display the follow-up tasks over here. So we have many different tabs that I'm not going to go too much into the details, but there's some data sources over here, URL display mode and features. I will show you some other stuff maybe later during the product demonstrations. So let's say that we have added the favorites and the follow-ups over here. So I'm just going to save that BPA data viewer over here and close it now, and go back under the accounts. So over here, so I have all accounts, and if I'm just typing on one or two letters over here, searching for an account like TELUS International, now as you can see, I've added the favorites over here with this small star icon, so I can just have that account over here, but it could be any other item in the system as a favorite. And I can set up also over here a quick follow-up tasks. Let's say I'm going to put a task for myself to call TELUS International over here next week. Everything is just automatically done. So I have the due date over here, and I'm going to save that one. And of course, if I just go back now on the home page, as you're going to be able to see, I have my follow-up tasks over here with TELUS Internationals on my pending tasks. If I just go over here under my favorite accounts, I have TELUS Internationals now under my favorite accounts, for instance. And from here, obviously, once the task is done, I can just set it up as completed in just one click over here. If I'm just clicking that one, so now it's going to be completed, and it's not going to be anymore in my pending tasks. So maybe it's just the time to just make a quick poll. So I'm just going to be launching a quick poll. It's going to be very quickly, so you just have to answer that questions over here. Very easy. So if you could vote, that would be very nice. I'm just going to close that poll in just 5 seconds. I hope everyone's going to be able to vote. Thank you very much. So I'm going to close that one now, and I'm going to briefly share it with you. So you should be able to see the poll results now. Okay. So I'm just going to close that one. Interesting, thank you. So 55% are on SharePoint on-prem 2013, which is great indeed. So I'm going to hide that one, and let me just continue now with the product demonstrations over here. So I'm just going to click on my TELUS International's accounts over here. So what you're going to be seeing over here is just, again, a standard SharePoint page. It's very interesting because we have all the details coming from many different lists in one single page over here. Typically like the contacts, I can see the linked opportunities over here, tasks, email, projects, documents, attachment, notes, whatever you want over here. You could add any data viewer you want in this page. So what we do is just bring those relationships back in the SharePoint UI. And if I just go over here under tasks, this is where I had my follow-up tasks over here that I just created before, if you remember. Now, from this page, I can add different buttons over here. As you can see, we have many different buttons, more than 20 or 25 buttons over here. And let's say that I would like to add or to update some social information for this company. So what I'm going to do is just again go over here under the edit page mode. Upsala. And again, I'm just going to edit over here the first data viewer. Upsala. This one. Go under the account overview under the edit mode. And this time I will go over here in the action tabs, as you can see over here. And this is where I have like the 4 buttons already selected, if you remember. Now I'm going to search for my social SOC social connector button. So again, we have more than 20 buttons over here to propose. And I'm going to add that one. So over here, the button has been selected. I just need to save that one over here. I'm just going to close over here that one and stop editing. And as you can see now, there is a new social connector button over here that has been added. So you can of course add any button in any page, as I said just previously. So what I'm going to be doing now is just click on that social connector button over here to update the social informations of that account over here or that organizations. You could do exactly the same at the contact level. Everything we're trying to do over here is just to simplify the user work and increase the productivity. And in just one single click over here, all the accounts details over here that were found over here on the social informations has been updated. So I'm just going to close that one. And if I just go over here under the account details, as you can see, the bio and some other stuff were just added from different social media over here. And same over here with the address. So now what I can show you also very briefly is just over here, I'm just going to be adding a small call just to show you our BPA forms. So we have BPA forms that are automatically pre-filled with the information you want over here. So it was pre-filled as a call assigned to myself over here. And because I created that one from TELUS International, obviously the account has been pre-populated. We have those forms, what we call the BPA form editor or the BPA data editor, brings you also a lot of stuff over here. We have what we call intelligent and cascading lookup fields. So if you choose an account like TELUS International, the system is going to propose you the related contact, and just those related contacts will be proposed and linked to that accounts. Everything obviously we do is trying to help the end users filling the forms faster and have a better data quality as well over here. So we have those great forms with cascading and intelligence lookup fields. Another cool stuff that I can show you also very quickly, so I can mass, if I just go over here under the attachments over here sections, in just 1 or 2 clicks over here, I can, for instance, mass upload over here documentations pretty much wherever you want, just in one single click. And finally, what I can show you also is just click over here at the top. We have what we call an account reports, and the account reports to mail merge over here in a Word document. which I'm going to be doing now, and I'm going to open that one up. So it's our mail merge over here. And with one single click on that mail merge button, I can find a lovely reports over here under these TELUS international organizations and accounts, but I can see also all linked informations like what are the contacts, the opportunities, the events, meeting, tasks, follow-up calls, whatever you'd like to do. So we have also those mail merge over here capabilities. Okay, very good. So what I'm going to be doing now is to show you another site very quickly over here. So now it's just another configurations we did over here, which is more related to quality and risk management. So the famous quality improvement processes, the Deming wheel over here. And in the example that I'm going to show you now, so it's just an example for non-conformances or issue tracking. So as you can see over here, for those issues, we have many different steps. Starting from logging an issue, we need to investigate the cause, we can propose different actions or action plans, and obviously measure the effectiveness of the action plan. So here you can view all open issues, for instance, with the different status. We have over here action plan, and investigations, effectiveness, and the like. And for each of those steps, we need a different form with different fields visible. So let's now look at the form. And what I'm going to be doing is just log a new issue by clicking over here on adding a new issue or new non-conformances. And again, this is our advanced forms over here. We have two sections, an overview sections over here and a detailed sections. Obviously, you can add as many sections as you want. I will show you just right after how you can simply configure those forms over here. So now if I just go over here, you obviously can edit over here the NCR status with different status like investigations, action plan, effectiveness, and closiness, like I just mentioned before. And of course, depending on the status you are choosing, the forms is going to be different. So now let's take the action plan over here. So very briefly, so this is a form over here where just a few questions are asked to start, over here the process. Obviously, you could also have or set up workflows in order to automatically change the status. You can use native SharePoint Designer workflows or any third-party workflows like Nintex over here to automate, obviously, those processes. But if I'm just taking now the investigations, as you can see, their tab over here, the form, sorry, is different. We have different fields over here with an action plan that is requested. And if I just take the last one, so remember the status, the third status over here, effectiveness. Now, as you're going to be able to see, there's different questions. And finally, I can ask, because this is where I'm going to be able to know what cost was impacted and the closed date over here and the effectiveness of that issue in my example. So you can have different forms based on different conditions over here with the BPA form editors. And finally, very briefly now, again, if I'm just going under the BPA settings, I'm just going to open up the data editor just to show you also a bit the backgrounds over here. I'm just going to go back to the non-conformances over here, and I'm going to access the settings. And this is where you can enable or disable, the BPA forms. So I'm just going to click on the form editor over here just to show you. Remember, we had those 3 or 4 different form steps over here: registration, investigations, action plan, and effectiveness. And we have the conditions over here. If the NCR status is equal to 1, then investigations and so forth. And let me just take the first one over here, the registration. And if I just go under edit over here, as you can see, this is the fields now of the forms over here. I have my two sections, overviews and details. And obviously you can drag and drop those forms over here and create those forms with different conditions again. So we have a very powerful form editor over here at BPA, where you can have those different forms based on different conditions. Okay, so now finally, maybe just let me do a quick introduction on the BPA Mobile. I just need to just share over here my mobile phone that you should be able to see now over here. So that should be fine. I will just open up the BPA Mobile solutions. So this is just to finish my demo. Let me briefly introduce you that BPA Mobile solution. Those mobile solutions are native applications for iOS and Android. So what I'm going to be showing you now is the iPhone app. So we have an iPhone and an iPad app and an Android app. Again, this is native applications, and those are also working offline. So this is my homepage over here where I can see different sites. As you can see, you could have Office 365, SharePoint 2013, or SharePoint 2010 sites. I'm just going to enter into the next release over here, sites, and enter into that smart site over here. And I have my favorite lists. So the idea is just not to have all the lists over here that you're going to be proposing, but I have my accounts, contacts, opportunities, and tasks lists, for instance. And if I click over here under the accounts, this is where I can find the accounts. I can search for TELUS Internationals like before, but here this is where I can find TELUS. I have different buttons over here, and if I just click over here on the mapping over here to have a click to map, or you could have also a click to call. Let's say if I would like to call that person's over here, so there's no number. And if I enter again on that account TELUS Internationals like before, and like if I was using my laptop, I can see the full details, the linked contacts over here, Petri, Salonen. I can call that person. I can see the linked opportunities or whatever you want. And from anywhere, obviously, you could add favorites. It's 100% configurable. So if I just go under a list over here and I do a long click on that account, I can synchronize also the data, so it works offline. As I mentioned before, you can remove or add anything to your favorites. Again, this is 100% configurable, and this is native mobile solutions. So I think I'm over now with the product demonstration, and I'm going to pass it over to you, Petri, so you can make the conclusion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Stefan, for providing the demo. And let me conclude the session itself. So I'm going to share my screen here. Alrighty. So thank you so much. So what you were able to see is just partly all the intelligent web parts that we have been able to provide for you. So first of all, to summarize, BPA has been doing business solutions since 2001. And we have seen lots of different types of enterprise relationship management solutions and worked with hundreds of companies and business partners. So what does that provide to you? We provide you for a full platform of web parts, a business application platform that enables you to build solutions in a much simpler and quicker way. Our platform is flexible we have some innovations in our solution, as you could see from Stefan today, where you can see related lists. We have innovative UI components that enables you to build applications in a rapid fashion. There's a lot of functionality, and as said, you just saw a small piece of that today in Stefan's presentation. And of course, it's all about cost effectiveness when you build solutions in today's world. Now, we have been focusing on SharePoint as a platform since our inception of our company. And just something that might be interesting as well is that we work also, this solution that you saw will work on the SharePoint Foundation, the free platform from Microsoft. And the solution itself provides you with a better productivity for your developers. And you also get much better user adoption through our UI components, as you saw today. So as I said before, it's an abstraction layer on top of SharePoint that we have built for you. So I encourage you to go into our website. There's a URL, as you can see from the screen itself. And if there are any Microsoft partners on this call, I would also encourage you to connect either with me or Stefan to talk more, because we are actively looking also for partners in all regions all over the world. So with that, I would really thank you all for being part of this presentation today. And we, Stefan and I, will hope to hear from you the next hour or next days or so. Thank you so much, and you have a great day or great evening wherever you are. Bye-bye.